What's up, guys? So we are just about done with the drivetrain on the red MR2. I mentioned in the last video that we had the wrong half shaft for this thing, but I got the right one this morning. Went and picked this up from a guy that was parting out an RSX on Facebook Marketplace. So this is the right half shaft. This is the shorter one that we need. And I can actually go ahead and pull that guy out real quick. It's not bolted in yet. And if you guys want to see that compared to the one that was in there, you can see how much shorter that one is by a good like couple inches. So now we have the right half shaft, but I actually ran into another issue that is actually really weird. So I got this axle right here from AutoZone, and this is the one that I was gonna put in there. And when I went to go do it this morning, I found out that this one is a little too long. I had mentioned that the axle that goes on this side is a little long, but they still work. But this one definitely seemed just a little bit too long to be forced in there. And I was like, what the heck, this can't be right. So I went back to AutoZone and I was looking some stuff up, and turns out this one from AutoZone, this is for a 95 Integra GSR. On their little diagram on their computer, it says this thing compressed end to end is 23.5 inches. And I went to O'Reilly's because that's where I originally got my axles for the white one like 2 years ago. They still had my records from when I bought those 2 years ago, and the same exact part number, or at least the same exact axle for a 95 Integra GSR, same passenger driver side, whichever one this was, same exact part for the same car from O'Reilly's. It's 22 and 7/32 end-to-end compressed, which is really weird. So I don't know why this one is more than an inch longer than that one, but I do need the shorter one. I'm not sure what the differences are. Maybe you guys can let me know, but it's literally the same exact axle. I looked it up for the same car, same side, same year, same everything, and they have two different lengths. And this one is a little too long. I need something closer to like this guy right here. You can see the ends of those. This one is just a little bit shorter. It's kind of hard to see with the nut, but this one is a little bit shorter than this guy right here. And this one is actually for a K series, so this end is too big. But yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why they have different lengths, but either way, they have it coming on the way. So once that comes, I'll finally be done with all of that. And then I just got to swap this one out. But yeah, then we'll have axles for the red MR2. We also got the parachute figured out on the white MR2. When I raced this thing in Oklahoma, for some reason, my cable was all bound up, and when I went to grab the parachute handle, it just would not budge at all. And that is kind of a big issue because we want to have the parachute working when we're going that fast. And what we ended up doing is we took the whole line out of the car, and then we took the cable out of this like outer sheathing right here, and then we lined the whole inside of it with this white lithium grease. We just put this on the inner part and then just fed it back through, so the whole inside of this is greased up. And then after we did that, that helped a lot. It's nice and free moving now. We also cut about 1.5 feet off the end of it because we rerouted it a different way. Before I had it going like through the quarter with a whole bunch of bends and stuff, and now I just have it going through the engine bay, which is a much straighter path to the parachute back there. It's not running through all this stuff. So now we have it going back right here. And then a very important thing we did, and I think this was a lot of it, is we lengthened this little like shoelace rope piece that they have on the spring that's inside of there, because the one they had was super short and it was really hard to get this through there. And now it's much easier. And then I think what that was doing is once we would get this wire through, all the pressure on that would actually pull down on this cable right here and actually bend it some, and then it put a really nasty bend in this, and then once it was trying to suck up that bend, just didn't want to go through. But long story short, we got that guy all greased up and ready to go. You want to pull her real quick? So I have this little pin in there right now just to make sure it doesn't pop out, and then pulls that, comes right off, goes all the way in, so our chute will release. But I have this one right here just to catch it for now, but if that wasn't there, our chute would pop off. And now the handle moves way easier, huh? Way easier. Yeah, night and day difference. So got the chute figured out, which was really important because we want that to work. Safety is key. Yep, especially when we're going like close to 160 and over. Yeah. We need to slow down. So that's done as well. So now really the only thing left to do on the white MR2 before we take it to Vegas is try to get the strain gauge figured out. And I'm not sure if we're gonna get to that today, but we still have the rest of the week to get on that. But at least the parachute is done and working. That actually took a lot longer than we thought. We were messing with this parachute for like hours. Yeah, it was not easy. Yeah, it's good now though. All right guys, so you already know what's going down by the title of the video. We're gonna be K-swapping the S14 here very soon. I'm just kidding, you guys saw the title, the Kanye K-swap. So when we blew up the I don't really want to say blew up, but I think one of the pistons is definitely like melted a little bit in this SR. And then from that moment forward, we're probably gonna K-swap this thing, and it's just been sitting ever since that day we took it out drifting. And I was starting to gather up parts to K-swap it, and then I got to thinking, and I was like, we K-swap pretty much everything, and it would be cool to do something different. So I have a pretty cool idea of what to do with this car later on, but for now, we want to at least try to get it up and running with something that is not Honda. I, got some parts from Japan, and I mean, by Japan, I mean Brent Storage Unit. Over here, we have ourselves a 2JZ.
2JZ.
So this is a 2J that Brent and the guys pulled out of a Supra a long time ago. This is actually just the 2JZ GE. It's the non-turbo. But Brent was saying this should be plenty. I was researching these online. People make a lot of power on these motors just stock. It is missing a couple things like here and there, but yeah, we'll get all that stuff on. It's missing some of the timing cover stuff and like the water pump stuff. And then right here, where I also have this just lying around, is
got it all.
Lying right next to it.
Yeah, literally they just work together in the storage unit.
Full swap.
This is the CD009 tranny out of a 350Z. A lot of people say these aren't the strongest trannies, but they definitely can hold some power, and I'm not trying to go crazy with this thing. Probably just like 400 or 500 horsepower just to make it a good drift car to get it back up and going. But we do have a perfectly good transmission right here. It is just missing the shifter, which we have to find because, yeah, that's long gone. But yeah, so we have our tranny, we have a 2J, we have the wiring harness with it as well, and we have the stock ECU for now. There's a lot we're probably gonna have to do to this thing, like redo the intake and stuff, but I mean, it's right there, check it, 2JZ. No shit.
Someone finally said it. We've been mumbling.
2JZ. No shit.
So yeah, so we got that. We just have to get the adapter kit to adapt this over to that, get the clutch, and just keep going from there, get mounts. But that will be all coming here very soon. I just figured we'd share the news with you guys that we are gonna go ahead and put a 2J in the 240. So
pumped, man.
Yeah, that will be cool. I've been talking to like Brent about what I want to do. Yeah, if it all fits in there how I want it to, it should be pretty sick. So
there's more to come.
Yeah, there's more.
Is it gonna have a log?
Log
Kyle's all about that
joke.
vlogs. Yeah.
Everything gets a log.
Twin
But
log.
yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna do with the old SR, but
Man, that motor, I've been around this motor for a really long time.
Yeah, that's
that was in
those old
my
engine.
first 240 that I ever had. That was like 15 years ago, bro.
You need to find another Subaru. You could have a Nissan-Aru.
Nissan.
Well, that does look tight, man.
dude, so this is sweet. Someone sent this. I've been meaning to show this for a while because we've had it for a few months.
What?
Someone made a dash.
That is sick.
Like, they 3D printed the whole outside. That's an HDMI, and it looks like it's also like power inlet right there. But they literally made a whole dash with a 3D printed
That
like,
is
housing.
awesome.
And then wrote this note. It's called Hondash. It says, "Hey guys, I am Pablo from Spain, big fan of the channel and builds, and he is the developer of Hondash." And it says it is an open source dashboard for Honda K Pro. It means you can build one of these yourself by buying the necessary parts and downloading the software for free. This is his prototype of the ready-to-go kit for the ones not wanting to build their own. Comes with everything needed. I promise that it would be the easiest installation you would find for a dash like this because it just pulls the data from the K Pro USB, so the wiring involved is minimum. And he says, I think the project deserves a bit more light in the Honda community, so I'd appreciate if you guys could feature this dash in one of your videos. I guess you will find a car to test this thing out in. And then he's like,
Red MR2
question mark.
Very
So,
cool. It actually is super lightweight too.
yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, it's hondash.com, and his Instagram is hondash_.
Well, now I gotta look.
So, thanks guys, you rock.
This is awesome.
Yeah, so once we get the MR2 up and going,
Yeah, I'm ready to see
definitely
that
like
power
test
up.
that out in there because that looks. I mean, that's a homemade. Someone
Yeah,
just made this. Like that's sweet.
Because my coal truck could use one.
Now you
just
can
saying.
put
Hey.
You could hook up his Xbox and play some Fortnite now.
It's just a little TV, but it looks like you just take the dash and it looks like you just get the USB, you know, like your tuning cable. I think that just goes into this box right here, and then this converts it out to the HDMI display. through all this
Dang.
wiring. Yeah, and this is the power right there. So this is power ground. You guys it all labeled.
Nice.
Switch accessory.
That is awesome. Nice
So
work,
yeah,
brother.
that's all the wiring there is. That's it.
crazy.
Just
Plug
that.
and play.
Just power ground and then the cable to the dash from the
That's
ECU.
really cool.
With the little converter box thing.
So thank you, man. This will be sweet.
Yeah, that's
We're thinking
awesome.
about powering it up here in a little bit just to see what it looks like turning on. But
Yeah.
We
That's
gotta see if
awesome.
he makes one for S300s.
Yeah, Honda S300.
I mean, if it's candy,
It's a Honda.
Yeah, I mean it reads right off the USB.
Yeah,
either
so it would.
If you want to do the HDMI cable from the TV, like our dyno one, and plug it into there, I bet you the dyno would come up on that.
That would be sick.
Let's try it.
Mini dyno.
Let's go.
Oh.
What's that, bro? We
Got
Strawberries.
strawberries.
4 strawberries.
Oh.
What?
What is going
It is
on?
touchscreen, is it?
raspberries.
Is it touchscreen
I
or
think
no?
it just did that right when I touched it.
Oh.
No, you need a mouse for it.
Whoa, what is it
Where's
doing?
the mouse? What is this, bro?
What's it doing?
It's going into the matrix.
Hold on, it's loading up, bro.
It's booting up. Play the
on.
fax dial-up sound.
on the-
Hey,
Oh!
Damn.
Look at that.
That easy. Just
Dude.
power, ground.
Hold on,
and-
try to start the truck. It's in neutral.
Are you sure?
Go right through the garage.
Dude.
Oh!
It works. Almost, bro. You need a little gas. Look at that. Look,
Yeah.
dude,
RPM.
the battery.
Oh, it's got a check engine light.
Their check engine light. Dude, it has the gear indicator.
The fan's
Dude.
on, bro. Hold on.
Boost.
Well, that's for the factory fan.
Yeah,
That's once it warms up.
Dang.
Dude, that's so
Got
badass.
runtime on it, everything.
Like TPS.
Bro, that is simple.
That was so simple.
Your camera angle, dude. Right there.
Dude.
That is the easiest dash to plug
Why are
in.
all the other dashes so hard to put in?
Yeah.
Dude, that is sick.
To hook to multiple types of systems.
You just do power, ground, and then plug it into the Honda.
That's it. Wow.
That's literally it.
That's pretty dope.
Dude, I don't even know how it does that, but that's
I
sick.
can't believe that's been sitting for 2 months.
That's it.
Right?
We've had it for a while. Trying to see if this little screen can do other things, because it's just an HDMI input. See if we can hook up to the dyno screen. Oh! We got a little dyno screen on it. Look at the mouse.
Dang.
Look, get closer. Look, I'm controlling it from the laptop. Look. This is the same dash the guy just sent us.
Dang.
That's so sick. Look. We could literally play Fortnite off this thing. Well, we just tested this thing out in Brent's coal truck and it works awesome. Like, that is really simple. It's literally just power ground, and then this one cable goes to the signal off the Honda, just like the port on the Honda, and that's it. And it fires right up. So that is sweet. I definitely want to shout this guy out because that is badass. Hondash. Thank you for sending this. Sorry it took us a while to show it, but I just knew it was sitting in a box and I wanted a good time to kind of show it, and the MR2's getting close, and he said throw it in the red MR2, so we'll try it out once it's all said and done. Well, I hope you guys are excited about the 2J swap in the 240. Let us know what you guys think. Definitely gonna be cool to do something different. This is missing quite a bit of parts like we mentioned, but it's gonna be good for us to learn some other platforms and just get this thing up and going. It is going to be a process, obviously, to get it all in there, but just wanted to announce that that is the decision with the 240. So we're going 2J. We're gonna get all the parts on the way here very soon, and we're gonna start tearing into this thing and get all that ripped out of there and go from there. But we won't be able to start on that until after we get back from Vegas, because that's coming up this weekend, IFO, and we still got to get stuff ready for that trip as well. But that's basically it. The dash was awesome as well that guy sent, so thank you very much. That is sweet. And yeah, that's about it.
New platform. It's been K
Yep.
all day.
You
Now
get to
we're
learn
getting
about the 2J, man. And these motors are sick.
Yeah.
They're known to hold some power, so.
Yeah, and this is just a stepping stone. This is one that Brent had laying around, and maybe later on we'll upgrade it to like the GTE if we want. You know, we'll just see how this whole project goes. But I think it should be really sick. We definitely plan on some crazy stuff with this thing later on. So, yep, get all the cars back up and running eventually. One day they're all gonna start.
all of them.
One day.
One day. It would be sick, though, because there's a lot of them.
So how's the wagon coming?
Pretty
All
good.
right. Is this my engine right here?
Yep, we got a plan together. So, got everything kind of figured out. Took your crank out. We got your rods as backup rods just in case Wyatt doesn't want to use ours. So, your crank looks good. Your head looks good.
Well, the mains look great.
Yep.
Just dug this thing out of the shed or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, those all look pretty good. Where's the crank at? Right here.
Right there, yeah.
Oh yeah, the old D-Series crank out of Wago. So
Looks pretty good.
D-Series stuff is really fun, man.
yeah, you guys learning a lot.
Oh, dude, after we tore this one apart so fast because we took the other one apart. That's what I was telling him. Like, dude, by the end of this, we're gonna figure out D-Series pretty quick. So
Nice. Bottom of my head. Just gonna reuse that one.
Yeah,
Yeah. yeah, well, we're gonna take the springs and retainers out of Charlie's and put it in your head so that we can at least rev it a little bit higher. Just use your stock cam gear. We got a Z6 block from Todd. We got the rods, 2 sets of rods. We got some Vitaras local, some 75 millimeter, just stock bore Vitaras local from this dude. We're gonna go pick them up here in an hour. And then Jamie order the King Race bearings for the mains and the rods. And then also we got the JE Pro Seal head gasket. So we're gonna be using your head studs too. So a little bit of everything from everybody.
Yeah.
And we got a complete D series for, what are we in it for? Like $50 for the block, $200 for the bearings and gasket.
And another $100 for the pistons.
Yeah, so $350.
For everything?
Yeah, for
Ready to
everything.
go back together. Nice.
Yeah, ready to slide back together. We'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
use your oil pump too also.
Yeah.
I mean, you're helping us out a lot, though, so.
Yeah.
That's why it's being so cheap,
Yeah.
is because you're.
Good thing this was laying around.
Recycled. I mean, that's the thing though, is you could find D series parts from other people like on Craigslist for probably free or cheap,
Yeah,
So-
they're out there. Just make sure you notch the block pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I remember back when we had to notch these ones, you had to go pretty far, like into the aluminum.
Yeah.
So just make sure nothing's hitting.
And the girdle too.
Yeah, you have to notch the girdle a little bit.
That'll be a good job for Wyatt.
Whitstengali's custom CNC.
Yeah. He loves doing stuff like that, so be a good job for him.
Well, awesome. If you get it all together, you might have it up and going by like this weekend or something.
We're hoping Friday, Saturday build the motor. I'm hoping Friday we build the motor, and then Saturday get it back in the car and then have it running and driving and maybe tuned by next week.
Do you still have your
Oh, yeah.
manifold and stuff like that?
I do.
You trying to get rid of? You trying to?
We might have to trade some work.
Trying to donate it to a cause.
I give you a manifold, and then you make me some more
I'll
manifolds.
get the old flip flop Wago cleaner without this big old turbo out the hood.
We'll see.
I mean, like, dude, it'd be cool to use the old turbo, but I don't want something that spools super late. I
Yeah,
just want something that's fun.
yeah. Because where's that one at? Yeah,
It's
this
down
dude,
there.
this thing is massive.
Yeah, it's a little
The
ridiculous.
1.6 liter
Yeah,
might have some
76.
issues with that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll just get like a GT30. Put it on your
Just
manifold.
a quick spooling turbo.
Yeah, just something small. I mean, dude, all we want is 300 horsepower. We should have some fun.
Yep.
So
We'll work
some
something out.
plans. Yeah, we'll figure.
Yeah,
it out.
I don't really care about any of that. I've decided I'm kind of done with the single cam stuff.
Oh yeah, bro. Too. We're gonna steal your 2 half shaft bolts because we only got 1 half shaft bolt, and then we need your other 2.
Sounds good.
Just letting you know, we're gonna steal
I'm surprised.
some more parts.
Oh, one was missing. Not
Yeah, one was
surprised.
missing, so it works out perfect because like they have that like nice little shoulder to like hold it in there nice.
Yeah.
And so we only had 1 good bolt, so we need 2 more. Works out good.
One last thing before we get out of here, we've been getting a whole bunch of messages from you guys asking about merchandise, and we do actually have a new website up and running. We recently switched platforms, but we do have some shirts in stock, some hats in stock. We got like the MR2 shirts, Hondu shirts, Grinch hats, Hondu hats, and Boostedboiz hats. We don't have too much, but if you guys do want to go check it out and grab something, I would definitely do it now because we just tried to get some stuff out there. So if you guys want something for Christmas or whatever it may be, we can at least try to get that out to you guys as soon as we can. The website is still under development, so we're still working on it, but we made it live. So at least you guys can come grab some stuff real quick. And it is theboostedboiz.com. It is not boostedboiz.com. Unfortunately, someone bought the domain name out from under us. Definitely our fault. We tried to buy it back, but they want way too much money. I think they're asking like $15,000 just to get the Boostedboiz or boostedboiz.com back. So I was like, really, dude? So that sucks. Don't go there. We offered to buy it back. So unless he offers to sell it for a little bit cheaper than that, it's just going to be theboostedboiz.com for now. But we do have some stuff on there, so be sure to go check it out. And we do plan on revamping our merch line and updating the website here very soon. We're just trying to transition it all over. It's definitely something we've been slacking on for a very long time, but we're trying to get a hold on everything. And one day, guys, we're going to be legit. But for now, we're still kind of winging it, doing our thing, having fun. But be sure to let me know what you guys think about the 2J swap and the 240. We have some other stuff coming up here very soon. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Wanted to mention that as well. So be sure to check out the website, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll see you guys tomorrow.